How's it going, guys? This is my review of my 118 scale Chevrolet Camaro Super Sport 2016. This model was made by Maisto. This model is currently out in about 4 colors. The reason why I say about is because that's the colors that I've seen them in. I don't know if you guys have seen more colors out there that I have not said, but these are the colors that I've seen them in, which is red, blue, yellow, and this black right here. This model I got at BJ's Wholesale Club for about $15. If you're looking at eBay, you're looking at the average price of about $27 to $30. High end on eBay I've seen for about $55, and I would strongly encourage people to stay away from that $55 one. You are not getting anything special. You're getting the same thing I paid $15 for. You're getting the same exact quality. It's just, I don't know, people want to oversell on eBay, and I don't think it's right, but that's what people want to do. So stay away from the $50 ones. There's no point in you getting that. Try to get it for as low as possible. This model overall is a very, very nice quality model. It's solid. That's what I like the most about it. I mean, it's a little bit wobbly, but for the most part, it's solid. I have seen models that are a lot more wobbly than this. So this is a pretty solid vehicle. Let's move on to the review. So we're going to start off with the front. Over here, this is so small. I apologize if you guys can't see it, but this does say SS, and the Chevy emblem right here is painted, no stickers, which is good to see. Let's move on. Before we get to the headlights, let's go to the corner lights. I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed that one side is in fact yellow and the other side is in fact gray. Now, that's just a defect on my model. I'm pretty sure you guys won't get that same problem, but those are supposed to be, I guess, the signal lights. And that's painted on. I guess the paint wore off on this side. I guess, I don't know. That's a defect. You guys won't run into that problem, which is good. Moving on to the headlights. The headlights, they're nice. They're not too bad. They're not the best headlights I've ever seen on a model, but they're not too bad either. They do have some detailing with the lining and stuff like that, but overall it's just one color. It's one gray slab. So it's not really that much to look into that. It's not anything that really wows somebody. The grille is not see-through. To get to the see-through grills, I find them more on the Kyosho, Auto World, like the higher end models. Maistos, I've probably never seen a see-through grill. I'm pretty sure there is one out there, but I've never seen it on a Maisto or Motor Max or things like that. Moving on to the side, we have the emblem right here. That is so small, I can't even tell you what it says. I'm pretty sure it says Camaro, but it is not a sticker, which is good to see. Corner light right here is painted. We have a aluminum wheel, which is kind of disappointing because I really like to see the brake discs move with the rim. But this one, everything just kind of stays still, which I don't like, but it's not too bad. It doesn't set anything so far back. We have the rear corner light here. It is painted. Moving on to the way the door opens, I have said in my previous videos that I hate to see the anchor, because I mean, I will show you guys a video of a vehicle, if you guys not have seen it before, of a model that has that anchor opening. It looks hideous. There's a huge gap right here, and then you just see like a big anchor here. It looks crazy. So I really like to see, especially with this model, that the lining is right. Again, a Maisto thing. I'm not sure why, but with the Maisto thing, it's like it doesn't open very wide, but it lines up correctly. So I guess you lose some to gain some, but I rather take the lining up over the door opening very, very wide. Let's move on to the interior. So as for the interior, there's not much going on there. There is some detailing. I have seen better interiors, but it's not too bad. The It has like chrome lining on the gauges and stuff, so it kind of makes it pop out a little bit. For the most part, it's black though. This car does feature full steering suspension, which that's always good to see. No carpet floors. It's kind of like a hard plastic. Down here you'd have, I think this is a sticker. It's like a chrome sticker. It says Camaro on it. I apologize, you guys can't see it very well. This model, the seats are kind of hard and bland. The interior is not that great on this model, but it doesn't set it back too bad. Moving on to the rear. For the taillights, there is not much going on for it. It's just a red taillight, that's it. There's no lines in it, there's no detailing in it. For the third brake light, let me just get the camera to focus. For the third brake light, we do have some like little dots where you would kind of see when somebody brakes. That's kind of cool to see. The emblems again are painted, they're not sticker. This one says SS, by the way. It is very small. I apologize that you guys cannot see that. You got a Chevorlet plate. Moving on to the rear, you have a nice little spoiler here. I'm not a fan of spoilers, but this one actually looks good for this model. The rear door does open. There is no room in there, none whatsoever, and it's hard plastic. It's not carpet interior. That's something for the more higher end models, but it's not bad. It really isn't. Going down under the model, you do see that it is chrome, and like I said in my previous video, I really don't like when model makers put chrome for the exhaust. It just looks very cheap. It makes the model look extremely cheap, and it doesn't go well with me. But you can't really expect much with a Maisto. Here we have I guess this is a dual exhaust with a fuel tank. Not much going for it. It does say, sorry it's backwards, it does say 2016 Chevrolet Camaro SS 118 scale. This model does feature full suspension, which that's always good to see for a Maisto. It just gives you room to mess with the vehicle, to modify it if you want. Personally, I leave this one completely stock, but I do have some vehicles that what I would do is, since they did have suspension, and I thought they look a lot better with that low stance look, I would open them up and take out the little suspension, and the vehicles would look great. And then if I ever want to sell it or put the car back, it's easy to put the suspension back in. So I'm a huge fan of the suspension, and I love that Maisto continues to make their models with suspension. Let's move on to the hood, to the engine compartment. Now this line is so tight that I cannot put my fingertips in there, so I have to kind of flip the car open so we could take a look at that. Looking at the engine, I believe this is the 6.2 liter V8. I believe that is the engine that comes with this vehicle. You have some detailing in there, not too much. You have the intake, the engine. You have some writing on the engine. I'm sorry you guys can't see that. I'll read it to you guys. It just says Camaro. Nothing crazy. Doesn't even tell you like what kind of engine it is. It just says Camaro. I assume this is like power steering or something like that. It's not too much. It's like a black slab. It's not see-through to the bottom, which I like seeing that. But there's not much going on, but it does look good for what it is. Overall, at $15, this is a perfect model, and I strongly encourage you guys to pick this one up for $15. If you guys could pick this up for $20, that is still not bad. $30 is what I believe the car is worth today. $30 is what I believe the car is worth. Without getting a deal, I think $30 is what the car is worth. Anything higher than $30, you know, you're losing money. So I really hope and strongly encourage that you guys go for the ones that are $20 to $15. Some of you guys don't live in certain areas where those wholesale clubs do exist, so a lot of you guys have to go through eBay, which I do understand, but at least try to pick it up for $27 to $30. That's still a good price. You didn't get any special deal on it, but it's still a good price, and that's what I believe it's worth today. Going for the $50 ones, $55 ones and up, that's definitely not worth it. You're not getting anything special. And then if they do stop making this model and it is time for you to sell in the future, you know, your profit won't be as big. So that's what I encourage you guys to do. Overall, this car is beautiful. It's one of my favorites in my collection. It is solid and it has a mean stance to it. I like it a lot. Quality, there is a lot of deficiencies, but at the same time, you guys have to understand that the deficiencies that I'm looking at in this model is, I'm judging this model as if I were looking at auto art. Auto art is kind of the standard I hold each and every model that I have. So the deficiencies that I stated today about this model, it's not for you to deter you guys. It's just I've seen better. So that's all. I'm not saying that this model is not worth getting. I love this model. This model is completely worth getting. If you guys notice in my videos, I say a lot of deficiencies on the models, and of course as well as I say a lot of good things. But then at the end, I always say I like this model because it's my model. I bought this model, I chose this model, and I like it. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a lot of models in my collection that I truly don't like. It was a mistake that I bought, and that's just because the quality really wasn't there for what I paid for it. Doesn't mean anything. It's still in my collection. I didn't throw it away. This model here is not one of them. This model here is definitely one of my favorites in my collection, and I strongly encourage you guys to get it. Thank you guys. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Again, this is my second video. I will be putting out more in the future. Please comment on what I can do better in the future. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks.